welcome to Storytime. Thank you for joining me. Welcome to Hunted Storytime, where the stories are true, but the characters are family, and friends. If you're new to my page, please subscribe and don't forget to hit that bell button so you can always be notified when I go live or when I drop a video. And if you're part of the replay game, please don't forget to close the door. And if you don't know what I mean when I say close the door, that means thumbs up the live. So don't forget to close the door. And if you would like to send your auntie a tip to be included in story time, please do that by sending a super thanks that's at the bottom of this video with a heart and a dollar sign. So now that I've gotten through all of that, let me go say hello to everybody that's actually here. Hey Jasmine, hey Lakeisha, hey Roll a Mile in My Shoes, hey Reality, hey Marcus. Uh, a lot, Marcus. Hey Chastain, hey Regina, hey PT, hey Nicole, hey Kristen, hey Keita. Uh, yeah, yeah, Keita. Hey Day. Hey Kay. Hey Deja and Keisha. Yes. Hello, you guys, and welcome to Story Time. This is the time where you get everything you need for story time together, get everything prepared, so you won't have to look for anything. Hey, KK! So you won't have to look for anything when I start story time. You won't have to be like, Auntie, hold on, let me go to the bathroom, let me get my drink, let me, all that stuff y'all like to do. Yes, I'm giving y'all time to do that. Yes, I'm still here. Things have gotten even more weirder. Toots have been waking up for the past couple of days outside, locked outside. Don't know how she got out there. That's been going on for the past couple of days. Um, I also showed y'all the video. Hey, Lakeisha. Hey, sweetie. I also showed y'all the video when we came in the house and all the doors was open. When we came back from going shopping and stuff, all the doors was open. And today we went out today, and when we came back, ever since we got back, shit has been flying at us. And yes, you heard that right. Things have been flying at us. Things have been thrown at us from out of nowhere, from up top. Just random things have been thrown at us while we've been sitting and watching TV. Um, but Unc told me, this is what I paid for, so I can't be so scary, even though he's scared. Um, he told me I have to ignore it. So I'm gonna try to get through story time. Hopefully, don't nothing stupid happen. But if it does, I'm just gonna try to ignore it to the best of my ability. I see y'all look. I see. I see a little playing games with y'all. Right, Chastain. So yeah, we're still here. Thank you, Tay Tay, for putting that information out, so I can go ahead and pin it at the top. Yes. So yeah, we got a couple more days in to go, but I'm trying to make it through because this is what we paid for, haunted stuff. I'm gonna ignore it. I'm gonna ignore it. The light just came on up there, and it just went off. So I'm gonna ignore it. Like Unc said, I'm gonna ignore it and try to go ahead with story time. So there are three ways for you guys to be put into a story. The first way to be put in a story is by any tip over $10. Any tip over $10 will automatically get you put in a story time. That's the first way to get put in story time. The second way to get put in story time is by joining the family. It is baller budgetable. It's $1.99 a month. That's the smallest package that I have. It's not gonna kick anybody in the front teeth or anything like that. So yeah. And the third way is to become the biggest tipper. It's self-explanatory. The biggest tip gets you into three back-to-back stories. So those are three ways you can be involved in story time if you were wondering. Hey Talali. Um, hey Talali. Hey Miss D. Um, yeah, I know, Keita, I know. But I'm trying to get through it. I want y'all to trying to ignore it. I'm trying to ignore it. Fucking lights. I'm trying to ignore it. Okay, so we're gonna be getting started with story time in like a couple minutes, so I can get this done because I'm getting creeped out. So yeah, we're about to get started in a couple of minutes. So like I said, my information on how to send me, you can send your tips through Cash App as well as YouTube. It really doesn't matter however you prefer to do it. I take them either way. The only difference is with the Cash App tips, it come with a little shit talking, and the YouTube tips don't. But it's okay, cause you still get included in story time. Um, hey Evelyn. Um, So, Keita, no. Actually, the house next door, the cabin next door, is really the haunted house. But I'm like 30 feet away from that house, so I'm experiencing the same thing that's pretty much going on in that house over here. Hey, Jamaica. Um, all right, guys. Ugh. All right, guys. I'm gonna start story time a little early tonight. Go ahead and start it a little early tonight. So, if you guys are ready and you have everything you need, go ahead and give me those thumbs. Give me those thumbs. Give me those thumbs. I think so too, Chastain. I think that's why. Mm, give me those thumbs. Give me those thumbs. Let me know you guys. Yeah. So you see, the lights is just walked in the house, and the lights are going on and off. You told me to ignore it. I'm ignoring it, like you said. So that's what I'm doing. I'm ignoring it.
There you go.
I'm ignoring it, like you said.
Bad thing. Hi, fans.
Hmm. Hmm.
Dealing with the ghosts.
I'm ignoring it. So y'all go ahead and give it those thumbs. Give it those thumbs. Give it those thumbs, so I can go ahead and start story time.
Hold down for me while I Google.
I don't think a ghost will come in there and fuck with you while you're on the shitter. Okay, you're okay. Um, not even want to have a dance party, girl. If it was that simple, bitch, I'd have pop locked this motherfucker right on into a coma. But that's not the case. That's not the case. Hey Nino, you're late. But hey Nino. All right, guys, we're about to get ready to start this story time. I got my thumbs and everything. My first story has Chastain, Tay Tay, and Nisa. Chastain, Tay Tay, and Nisa, are you ladies here? Give me those thumbs. If you haven't closed the door, please close the door. Please thumbs up the live. Okay, so lights are still flipping, as y'all can see. Hmm. Who is Chastain? Is she not here? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, you're a whole mess, girl. Chastain in the building. Tay Tay, Parnisa. Let me see. I know I seen Tay Tay earlier. There go Parnisa. Tay Tay. Where are you, Tay Tay? Mm-hmm. I'm finna have to call Tay Tay mama. Yep. Tell her, oh, okay, I'm finna say, boy, because it was finna get real brutal, honey. That lie was finna get real brutal. I'm gonna tell your mama. I see a lot of y'all veterans ain't closed the door. If y'all don't get y'all tail up and close the door, we gonna have a problem. We gonna have a problem. I'm gonna send whatever's in here straight through to y'all if y'all don't close the freaking door. Hey, Nakia. All right, guys. So I'm finna get ready to start story time. Moderators, y'all already know. If anybody show up late, you already know what to tell them. So we're finna get ready to start this story time. Um, Actually, the story that I'm about to give y'all, I got today. I got these stories today. So if I stumble over them a little bit, it's either because I'm seeing something or I'm just trying to keep up with the story. I, no, I didn't want to do it in here. I didn't want to upset it or make it try to speak. And Tootsie's already waking up outside, locked out the house, so I didn't want to egg it on. Um, hey China. Hey, boo boo. Okay. Yeah. So I didn't want to egg it on. So I didn't do nothing with no EVPs, none of that. I don't want to make it worse because we have to lay our head in this house. So if we ain't have to live here, we were just checking out the cabin. That'd have been fine. But no. Hey, Lala. All right, guys. We finna get ready to start this first story before we get a little too creepy in this cabin. I have to end live. So like I said, I got these stories today while I was standing in line going to an attraction, a scary attraction that I was going to. And yeah, I got these stories today. So bear with me because I'm giving them to you with it less than 24 hours than me getting it, okay? So all the stories that I'm telling y'all today is gonna take place here in Tennessee. I spoke with a large group of people about this situation, and these stories are gonna be about what happened to them. Okay. So like to hear, here we go. Hey Marissa, you was almost late. You was almost late. All right. So Chastain, Tay Tay, and Pardisa, I hope you guys like your story. Like to hear it. Here it goes. I wrote down a few notes so I wouldn't forget anything, but like to hear it. Here it goes. So Chastain, Tay Tay, and Parnisa all came to Tennessee for spring break. This happened like a couple days ago. So these stories take place a couple days ago. Okay. So right. So Chastain, Tay Tay, and Parnisa came down here with a group of friends, and they wanted to do like ghost tours and stuff like that. So they decided to take a ghost tour of the Bell Witch Cave. Now, if you don't know who the Bell Witch is, the situation, the hauntings, and the paranormal shit that went around the Bell Witch, it. So the situation that went on around the Bell Witch is basically, if you've ever seen the movie American Haunting, that's basically based off the Bell Witch. Now, the Bell Witch and the paranormal stuff and the supernatural things that was going on with her was the first thing, well, the first paranormal or hunting to ever be marked in history with the government and everybody. Thank you, Evelyn. It's the first known case of paranormal huntings that has been proven in the history of the freaking world. Okay, so if you watch a movie called American Haunting, it'll tell you more about it. It'll show you their story. But anyway, um, Tay Tay, Chastain, and Parnisa decided to take this ghost tour to the Bell Witch Cave. Now, when they get there, the tour guide lets them know, about Bell Witch, things that happened with the Bell Witch, what she's accused of doing, what she really did. Tell them all this information, and then they was going to take them through the cave of the Bell Witch. Now the tour guide starts off talking about everything all fine. She take them into the cave. They walking through the cave, and she's still telling them more stories about the Bell Witch. Um, while they was going through the cave, and they were telling them about the Bell Witch, Chastain was walking, and she's, what I'm saying, she's being pulled, like she's being pulled backwards as she's trying to walk. It's like something is stopping her from walking forward, which freaks her the fuck out. So she starts to scream out like, Tay Tay, Tay Tay, come help me. Tay Tay, Tay Tay, come help me. And Tay Tay like turn around like, what the hell is wrong with you? And everybody looking at her, and it looked like she just standing there, but she like, I can't move, I can't move. Tay Tay like, girl, quit playing. And she walks over there and she grabs Chastain's hand and just snatches her. And all of a sudden, Chastain could move. She didn't understand what the fuck was going on. She like, how did you do that? And she like, what do you mean? How did I do that? And she was like, how did you just pull me? What do you mean? I just grabbed you. Girl, I could not move. Did you hear me say I could not move? She like, girl, quit playing. So, they walking on. As they walking on, as they're walking on, as they're walking on through the cave and they're hearing more about the Bell Witch, Tay Tay hears her name called. Out of all these people walking through the cave, she hears her name called. And she turns around like, what do you want, Panisa? And Panisa like, what are you talking about? She like, what do you want? And Panisa like, what are you talking about? She like, you just called my name. No, I didn't. Chastain, did you call my name? Chastain like, bitch, I ain't said nothing. Somebody just called my fucking name. Like, girl, I don't know what you're talking about. The tour guide looked back and she's like, what's going on back there? Somebody just called my name. Oh, we've had, allegations that type of stuff happen. People have been saying when they come through, they hear their name called and stuff like that. So it's like, okay, so it's a witch calling me or what's going on? She's like, I don't know. I mean, only you heard it, so I don't know. But they kept on going on through the cave. Now, as they going through the cave, it was a little opening on the left side. Everybody go past this opening, but when Parnisa go past this opening, it looked like somebody walked past the opening with her. Like they was taking the same steps as they walked past this doorway. And she saw that shit out the corner of her eye, so she stopped and she backed up and looked, but she didn't see nothing. And later, again, the tour guide was like, "What's going on?" And she like, "I thought I just seen somebody, walk through this cave." And the tour guide is like, "Oh, the Bell Witch, she still hunts this cave. She's still walking around. Her soul is unsettled, and she's still walking around and shit." And Parnisa like, "I ain't the smartest motherfucker in the world, but that shit that just went past that." Is anybody on that side? And the lady was like, "This is the only way to get through the cave. All the other openings in the cave will lead you to a dead end and you won't be able to get your ass out." So they like, "This is the only opening that you can actually go through and come out on the other end." So it's like, no, there's nobody on the other side. Bernice swear down she saw somebody go by with her. Chastain like, "Girl, come on, let's just go." And they keep on going through the tunnel and everything, and they come on out the tunnel. They get to the end. The lady thanked everybody for coming on the tour and everything, and Parnisna was like, "That shit was weird, man. Like, I don't know what was going on, but that shit was weird." They thought it was weird, but they thought it was weird, but they, went on back to their hotel. They get to their hotel that night. While they're in the hotel, um, the door knocker that they had on their hotel door kept knocking on its own. And they didn't know. They kept looking at the peephole to see who it was, but it wasn't nobody, at the door. But they could hear the knocker. Like before Parnisa could walk away from the door, the knocker was hitting the door again. And she turned around and she looked and there's nobody there. So she like, fuck it. She goes sit down and the knock starts back again. Chastain gets up. She goes over to see. She sees what looked like somebody run past the peephole. She opens the door, look down the hallway real quick. There's nobody there. She closed the door. Time she closed the door, the knocker. She snatched the door back open. She looked. It's nobody there. Evelyn, I'm sorry, Parnisa decides she was gonna lay down. Tay Tay decides she's gonna lay down. Chastain like, "I'm not sleeping. I can't sleep." So she decides to stay up. While she's up, she hears Tay Tay like arguing in her sleep, like she fighting. So Chastain just calls out like, "Tay Tay, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? We here. I'm here. You good?" And she don't calm down. She just keeps fighting. So she like, "Tay Tay, you good? Tay Tay, you good?" And all of a sudden, Tay Tay starts speaking in a whole different language. Like she was speaking fast as fuck, but it was in a different language. Like Chastain couldn't tell what the fuck it was. She goes over there and wake up Parnisa like, "Do you hear this shit? Listen." And Parnisa is speaking in a fucking language. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody know. Like, what the fuck is going on with her? So they try to wake her up and they can't wake her up. So it's like, what the fuck? Shit. Go get some water. So Evelyn runs in. Oh, not Evelyn, but shit. Parnisa runs in to get some water and she comes back to throw it on chest on oh my goodness, y'all. I'm so confused. I'm sorry. She comes back to throw the water on her to try to get her up, and all of a sudden she sits up and she walks to the door. With her eyes still closed, she gets up and she walks to the door. But for some strange reason, she can't get out the door. She's just like, boom, 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 just bumping into the door. And they like, what the fuck? She should know how to get out the door, but she just, boom, boom, just walking back and forth into the door. So they like, scream out, "Wake up!" And she wakes up. And when she wakes up, she just screams, "Ah, ah, ah!" She didn't know what the fuck was going on. She don't remember the language. She don't know the language. She don't even remember talking in this different fucking. She don't even remember talking in this different fucking language. So they were done. Couldn't nobody sleep after that. They got up that morning. It was time to leave. They got up and on their way out, they stopped by a souvenir shop. So when they get to the souvenir shop, they walk in, and the lady of the souvenir shop, she looks at them like real weird. She's like, "Are y'all okay?" And they like, "Yeah, what's wrong?" And the lady was like, "Y'all got like a dark presence around y'all. Like it's something dark about y'all." And they eyes get big as fuck. Like, "What do you mean something dark?" And she's like, "It's a dark energy, something. It's nasty too. It's something dark around y'all." And they like, "What the fuck?" Like the lady was like, "I don't know what it is, but y'all need this." And she took them over to this part of her souvenir shop where she had like crystals and like little bracelets and stuff like that that had crystals on it. And she told them, she like, "Y'all need this for protection, because whatever that darkness is around y'all, it's gonna stay until y'all find some type of way to get rid of this shit." She ain't have to say that shit but one time. Chastain was like, "Bitch, here's my credit card. Ring up 3. We gonna need three. Bring up three, cause they were the one that went, and plan on going back to the house together. So like, I don't need no creepy shit in the car with me. Bring up three. We'll take three, and yeah, we're good with that. The lady gave them three crystals, necklaces, and she told them it was protection and to not take it off. She said when they take it off, it may, whatever darkness is hanging around them may soon come back because they see they vulnerable. But as long as they got them crystals around their neck, they should be fine. Y'all, when I met these girls, they still had them fucking crystals around their neck. They were scared, shitless, like scared. Nightmares still happening. They ain't seen this shadow figure of a witch or a woman, but the nightmares are still happening. These girls were scared shitless when I seen them. Like we were all in a like a winery, and they was about to leave, and they was buying wine, and I was talking to this other lady, and she was telling me about her creepy story. And the girl was like, "Oh, what? The Bell Witch came? Oh my God!" We went to the bed, and she told me, and they was standing there with them fucking crystals on their neck, holding them tight as shit. Like I ain't took my crystal off ever since. Ever since she said don't take it off, I ain't took it off. And them girls had not took them fucking crystals off. They were dead fucking for real. You can see fear in them girls' eyes. Like I don't want to keep having these bad dreams. I don't know why the bad dreams won't stop. It's just like I don't want to keep fucking doing it. So okay, guys, that's the end of your first story. This is your brief intermission where you get to go to the bathroom, get your son a drink, retwist your twisties, refill your shot glasses, go over and tip your auntie, and meet me back here in 2 minutes for the second story of the night. And make it a quick 2 minutes, y'all. Whatever you got to do, if you got to piss, hurry up, wrap it up, flip it up, zip it up. Come on back, because I don't want to be here too long, much longer with this shit. Um, Everybody, hey Venus, you late. Hey, hey, step, you late. Oh my God, that she go with that name change shit. Um, um, I am, I am. I would have been jumped the fuck up and ran up out of here, but you see, I'm being calm about it. As calm as I can be. Is it 2 minutes up yet? Y'all, something just flew out here and hit my goddamn notebook in my lap. Toots in her room. I'm about to go in there with her uncle. Um, I wish I could, Marcus. I really wish I could tell them to stop. Um, I'm trying to ignore it, Jazz. I'm really trying. You and don't keep saying you gotta do it until you got. I'm trying. All right, we're about to start the second story of the night. Go ahead and give it a thumbs if you're ready for the second story of the night. Let me see if I got any cash apps. Um, Thank you, Evelyn. Evelyn's the only tip Auntie got tonight. Y'all better tip y'all damn Auntie. It's our little ghostly friend that everybody keep telling me to ignore. That is just playing with the fucking lights right now. Just playing with the fucking lights. Your daddy told me to ignore it, and it's playing with the lights. So, can you come sit right here, please? Cause it keeps scaring me. I'm trying not to be scared, but this shit done threw stuff at me. All right, guys, those 2 minutes is up. Go ahead and give it those thumbs. Give it those thumbs. Give it those thumbs. Let me know you're ready for the second story of the night. Give me those thumbs. Give me those thumbs. Give me those thumbs.
Yeah. Don't give us thumbs. Give us prayers. Give us, give us thoughts and prayers. You heard that?
I heard that.
I think we made it bad by one bit.
We gotta ignore it. We got to, cause I got.
I don't think we can ignore it. You know how movies sometimes when they see when you ignore it, it get even more mad because you ignoring it.
Okay, guys, the second story. The second story has. I'm not gonna go there to this. I'm not gonna go there. The second story has Aileen, Evelyn, and Sophie. Aileen, Evelyn, and Sophie, are you guys here?
The light.
Let's see the light. Aileen, Evelyn, Sophia. Well, Sophie, are you guys here? We okay, sis? We okay? We okay?
You know it's kind of crazy. I kind of like a little
Why
funny
is my
thing.
screen so freaking dark?
Turn up the
I
brightness.
tried that, but it's like it adjusts to the light. Oh,
I will cut on this light, but it's probably just gonna turn it back off.
and the light is on. So, thank you, Chastain. Evelyn is here. Sophie, Aileen, are you guys here?
You might have heard us complaining.
Hmm. All righty. Well, I'm going to go ahead and start the second story. Like I said, these stories were brought to me by people just recently that went on this tour. So here's another story from the Bell Witch Cave. So, Aileen, Evelyn, Sophie, I hope you ladies like your story. Like to hear it, here it goes. So, Aileen, Evelyn, and Sophie took the tour of the Bell Witch Cave as well. Except when they got in there, when they first walked in, they was hearing like screams, a woman screams. And the tour guide was like, "Oh, it's probably just one of our coworkers or some shit like that. It, it's probably just one of our coworkers or some shit like that. So, just come on into the cave." So they walk on into the cave and they listen to the story of the Bell Witch. Like I said, if you want to know about the Bell Witch, just look at American Hunting. It's probably on Tubi or something like that, but it's called American Hunting, and it'll tell you about the Bell Witch. This was a movie about the Bell Witch. Uh,
So I could be wrong, right? But I could have sworn I just seen something.
Close your eyes to it. Close your eyes, baby. Just stay focused on the camera. Don't look at that. Stay focused on the camera. So when they go in, of course they heard the screams of the lady and everything when they first walked in, but the tour guide discounted what they was hearing, saying it might have been an employee just randomly fucking screaming at work. I don't know why, but that's what the fucking TV
Just cut
just
on.
cut on. Like I said, the tour guide discounted what they said they was hearing, telling them that it was a coworker just screaming randomly for no fucking reason. But they go on into the cave. Now they're in a line as they're coming through this cave, and as they're coming, oh hell no, man, turn this shit off. Hold on, y'all. God damn, Toots, you just gonna leave us? Um,
I do not believe you in here.
I'm talking about the fucking ghost trying to get me copyrighted and everything. It don't care. You did leave, but you just
I don't
walked.
want to leave you in here. So come back here.
Oh, go ahead. I'm gonna finish your story.
No.
I gotta finish.
No.
I gotta finish
No.
too. I gotta finish your story time.
No, you
Yes, yes, I
don't.
do. Just go. I'll be in there. Go ahead. So Aileen was walking in the front of the group with Evelyn and Sophie. So Aileen was coming in behind everybody else, but she was the first in the line. As she was coming down, they had a good 3 feet in between everybody that was coming down through this coming down through. When your eyes look into mine, creeper, creeper. Alien was the first one to come into the cave. As she was coming into the cave, she was pushed down really hard where she like scraped her knee up and everything. And they had to help her up, but she said she was okay to go on, so they went on in. They was going on in, Evelyn was the second in row. She was helping a the fuck and the lights.
Help
Oh hell
me.
no, y'all! What the fuck?
Help me.
Okay. Um, Evelyn was helping Aileen as she was walking down. She said she was fine, but she was holding her hand to make sure she was cool as she went down, so she wouldn't fall no more. While they was walking down together, Evelyn was pulled by the hair backward. She accused Sophie of doing it. Sophie said she never touched her, but they continued on in. Evelyn's hair was pulled again. She blamed Sophie. Sophie didn't even respond that time. Sophie just had this weird fucking look on her face and she wouldn't say nothing. She just kept walking with the group, but she wouldn't say shit. She just had this weird fucking look on her face. And they continued to walk on through the cave. Now, when they come out the cave that night they was in the room, talking about the Bell Witch and everything that was going on. While they was discussing this, everything in the room turned off. The lights, the TV, everything turned off. Like the time they brought up the name of the Bell Witch, everything turned off, which scared everybody in the room. So, they jump up, they open up the door, the hallway light shines in, they go downstairs, tell the, front desk people that they lights cut off in their room. Front desk people said that's impossible. If y'all lights was cut off in y'all room, the whole floor has to be without lights. It's not the whole floor, it's just our room. So they send the maintenance man up there to figure out what the hell is going on with their room. When the maintenance man comes in, sure shit, all the lights are out. He can't even understand how all the fucking lights are out because he's like, the whole room, the whole floor, all these other rooms got lights. The hallway got lights, but y'all room is the only one without lights. So he couldn't understand that shit. He goes back downstairs. He tells the front desk that he can't figure out what the hell is going on with their lights. So they tell them, we'll put y'all in a different room. They put them in a different room that had lights on in the room. Time they get in there and sit down good, the lights go out in that room. Don't nobody know why. They decided to put them on a different floor in another room. They get in that room, the lights stay on, everything is fine. They go to sleep that night, nightmares. Nightmares. Everybody's going through nightmares. Evelyn is fighting in her sleep. She's like screaming of this woman, like, get her off me, get her off me. She's fighting, get her off me, get her off me. Aileen gets up like, what the fuck? She's trying to wake Evelyn up, and Evelyn's like, get her off me, get her off me, get her off me. She wakes up, and she's pointing at a dark ass corner in the room. And for a minute, if you may have been asleep and you woke up and you saw this shit at the corner, like you ain't really rubbed your eye, it would have looked like someone was over in the corner. She was sure that the witch was over in the corner. Did nobody else see it? She was sure it's over there. They keep going through these nightmares and all this shit. They're going through all of that the whole time they here. The nightmares did not stop while they were here. They did have the shadow figure like moving around in their room and shit that didn't make no sense to them. Aileen, after they left and everything and they went home, you remember I told you Aileen fell. She was pushed while she was in there and she scraped her leg up. Well, she scraped her leg up, and this bruise ended up getting like really fucking infected, like it should not have. It's a simple scraping of the knee. It should not have gotten infected. This shit got infected so bad, like so bad, that when she almost died when she went to the hospital. Like she had a fever of damn near 105. They had to rush her to the hospital. They get her there. She got like this staph infection type shit in her knee that they ain't seen since like the 1920s. Like this form of staph infection ain't been seen since the fucking 20s. And she got it in her body in the fucking 2023. She had that shit in her body. And they couldn't figure it out, like, how the fuck did you get this type of infection? And she told them she fell in the cave, and they like, even if you did, that shouldn't, bring this type of staph infection to you or anything, but it did. It did. I don't know how she ended up with a staph infection from the 20s in 2023, but she did. That shit almost had, they almost had to amputate her leg Like she almost died from falling in this motherfucking cave. Something as simple as scraping your goddamn knee in this cave almost took her out. She feels the Bell Witch had something to do with it. I don't know. That's her theory. That's you guys' second story. This is your brief intermission where you get to go to the bathroom, get you something to drink, retwist your twisties, refill your shot glasses, go over and tip your auntie, and meet me back here in 30 seconds for the last story of the night. It's the Blair Witch Cave. Like I said, if you want to know about the Blair Witch, you can Google it. You can look up the movie American Haunting when I get off live tonight and watch it. And they'll tell you about the Blair Witch, but it's the first case in history that the government acknowledged was a real paranormal hunting. And the government don't normally do that. They'll rather call your ass crazy before they say, you know what, that shit is real. This is the first case in history that the government checked one, that shit is real. So you can look it up. Um, when you look at the movie, it'll, um, that it'll give you information. All right, guys, we're gonna start this last story of the night. The last story of the night has Jasmine, Reese, and India. Jasmine, Reese, and India. Okay, Jasmine, Reese, and India. Are you guys here? Yes, they made a movie about it, India. It's called American Hunting. Give it a star. Okay, Jasmine's here. Reese, India here. Reese. Bell. It's Bell Keita. Bell. Bell Witch. Okay. All right, guys. Here's your last story of the night. Yeah, last story of the night. Jasmine, Reese, and India. I hope you ladies like your story. Please don't forget to go over and tip your auntie. This will be the last time you can tip your auntie for tonight's stories. I'm sorry I'm going kind of fast, but I'm a little freaked out and I'm trying to like not be freaked out. But Jasmine, Reese, India, here's you guys' story. Jasmine, Jasmine, Reese, and India went to the tour as well. They went to go do the tour as well. Now, when they pulled up at the spot to do the tour, off the rip, Jasmine felt sick. She felt nauseous. She wasn't feeling this shit. She like, we don't need to, we don't need to do this. We don't need to do this tour. But India and Reese was like dead set on doing it. They had heard so much about it. They wanted to go look at it, do the tour, hear about the Bell Witch and everything. So they wanted to do it. So Jasmine was like, okay, fine. We'll go ahead and do it, but she just that shit just wasn't sitting right in her belly. You know what I'm saying? They been throwing up. It wasn't sitting right in her belly. But she went on with them anyway. So they get down there and the lady started off with the tour, telling them about the Bell Witch and everything. And the tour starts off as usual, like it's supposed to. It's like it's supposed to. Nothing's wrong. Everything is going right. And the tour guide is telling the story. And while she's telling the story, the more she mentions the Bell Witch, the sicker Jasmine gets. Like every time she mentions the name of the Bell Witch, Jasmine like feels like she want to throw up. You know what I'm saying? And she's telling Reese and India, you know what I'm saying? I'm not feeling good. Maybe I should just leave. I'm not. And they like, no, you. They like, no, you're fine. You should just come on and go on through it with this. So she's like, okay, against her better judgment, she said she was gonna go ahead and go on through. As they're going through, um, as they're going through the tour, Jasmine starts to freak out. Like she's really freaking out to the point to where she's got everybody in the cave scared. She's screaming. She's like, "We need to get out of here. We need to get out of here." And the tour guides and people are like, calm down, or you're gonna have to leave. And she's just like, "I'll leave." And she goes on out, and she's begging Reese and India, like, "Please, please, y'all, don't stay. Come with me. Please come out." She was like, "Y'all, please, please come out with me. Please come out with me." But Reese and India really wanted to do the tour. They really wanted to do it. So they like, "No, you just go on, just go on, sit in the car. And when we get done with the tour, we'll be out there." She was begging them. They didn't want to listen. The people, the tour guide people was like escorting her out because she was screaming and yelling and everything. They like, "Come on out, come on out." Okay. You know what? Okay. All right. All right. Fine. Fine, fuck it. You don't want me here. Fine, fuck it. You don't want me here. I won't say. Okay, guys, look. I ain't doing this shit no more. I'm too done. I'm finna get off live. I'm about to pack my shit and I'm about to go home. Nino, I tried. Everybody, I tried. Y'all seen I tried. I tried with everything I had in me. My family tried. We love y'all. Fuck this. I'm finna go home. I'm not doing this no more. I've done it long enough. I'm finna go home. I love y'all. I will see y'all again on Monday. Kisses. Have a great weekend and however that stuff go. Mwah. Love y'all. Bye. Babe, let's go.